You're listening to Following On here on talkSPORT 2 with me, Neil Mnathrop, along with former #1 bowler in the world, Steve Harmison. Next up, in part 4, we'll discuss Australian batter Sam Konstas and debate the difference between confidence and arrogance. You're listening to Following On here on talkSPORT 2 with me, Neil Mnathrop, along with Double Ashes winner Steve Harmison. And you can now watch us on YouTube. Of course, you may know that already. Just head over to the talkSPORT Cricket YouTube channel and do subscribe. Right, let's talk Sam Konstas, Harmy. He's made quite an impression, hasn't he, in his first couple of Test matches for Australia. First of all with the bat, and then with his mouth and with his attitude. Plenty of controversy. He got into a real ding-dong with Jasprit Bumrah at the SCG, and the Indians turned on him like a pack of wolves. They surrounded him, and well, it led to Andrew McDonald being the Australian coach being moved to protect his young protege. It doesn't look like he thinks he needs much protection.
Clearly, the way that India celebrated that it was quite intimidating. It's clearly within the laws of the game, within the rules and regulations, so there's been no charges laid. But to have an opposition obviously swarm the non-striker like that was, we've got a duty of care to our player to make sure he's okay and in a headspace to go the next day and perform. So that's all those conversations were.
It's a tough sport played by tough men. You can't be that soft, as simple as it can get. I don't think so there was anything intimidating about it. I think that's just, he had no right to be talking to Jasprit Bumrah when Usman Khwaja was taking time. He had no right and no business to be involved with Jasprit Bumrah. That was the job of the umpire, probably the guy who was batting at the end.
And they're the contrasting views, understandably, between Andrew McDonald and Gautam Gambhir, the coaches of Australia and India. I don't think, Harmy, what would you make of Sam Konstas? He's only 19 years old.
I think it's interesting. I mean, I really enjoyed what he did. He was obviously doing what everybody does at that time of the day, just trying to waste time. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, would they've gone at Steve Smith the same way? I'm not so sure. Gambia saying it's a hard game played by men. Yes, of course it is. There's nothing wrong with that. Did they overstep the mark going at him? No, that's emotion. I mean, everybody would have done that. Konstas needed his mate KOHLI to stay to sort of help him out and not get out in that situation, and that would have made that this talking point wouldn't have been relevant. And I think the Sam Konstas one is, I'm looking at one of two ways. Part of me thinks he won't play 10 Test matches. Part of me thinks this kid could be an absolute superstar if he delivers what he sort of backs up. So he's got the chat, he's got the ramps, he's got the scoops, he's got the big shots. Has he got a defensive technique to open a bat in Test match cricket against the world's best? That is something I think he needs to work out to get right. If he does, he's got a great chance because he can hit the ball. He's very aggressive through the ball. He's got a great thought process of attacking the ball. But I look at him and think he just wants to be Davey Warner, and technically he's nowhere near as good as David. And that, for me, if he's opening the bat against England, I'd be happy. I really would. And I know we're a long way from the Ashes, and I'd say the same about Webster coming in. I say the same about this Australian lineup. Australia have to play England on wickets which do a bit. Now, England's bowling attack, if they get their A-list superstars and everybody that we think they're going to go with, that will be not quite as good, but as effective as what Australia will throw at. But at this moment in time, I think England's got a better batting unit. With Root and Brook covering Labuschagne and Smith, I think England's got a better batting lineup. But Konstas, I love that kid going the way he's going. If he gets a defensive technique in a way of being able to survive against a new ball in the top of the order, he's got a chance because he's got the rest of the game. I'm just not sure technically at the top of the order to get through 40 balls, 35 balls. I don't think it's there. And that's something, but he's 19 and he's going to get better. But if he's going to go round and start bullying and having a go and being aggressive verbally, he's going to cop some. He's going to cop some. And I mean, India's one thing, but the Ashes and the pressure that comes with that's another thing. So I've got no problem with them going at him. India, he was trying to wind them up by wasting time. India won because they got KOHLI out. It's the same as I'll continue on. What happened with KOHLI? KOHLI was bang out of order and should have been banned for what he did. And you know how much I love Virat Kohli and what he's done for the game. But you've got to, there's a line and you do not cross it. I don't think India crossed that line when they went at Konstas. I just thought they were, showing emotion because they got a wicket.